Yeah, could you just kind of take us through like what your competition was like from registration to that last night that you were on stage?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I got to Chicago, they brought us over to the host hotel. I was fortunate enough to be flying over with Miss Grand Delaware. We coordinated our plane trip. So I had a little travel buddy with me, but they made sure that we were safe and secure, shuttled over to the hotel, and all the contestants were in the lobby. And it was our first chance actually meeting each other. So we're all just kind of like, oh, I recognize you from social media. Oh, we've chatted before. And it's just kind of like this big reunion between people. And it's like we've never met, but it's kind of like we're getting together again, like long lost friends and sisters. So registration, amazing smooth process. They had the time hair care team there to, spruce us up, make us look great. As soon as you get there, you do a photo shoot, which is incredible. They really want to make sure that they capture as many moments as possible. One thing I love about H&I is they're very forward with promoting their title holders. They're proud to have you representing their systems. So there are many photo shoots. They did video interviews, very seamless, nice process. We got gorgeous little opening number dresses and shoes, and then we're able to go to our room, relax. Not for too long though, because I will say Grand, especially, also Super though, they're known for their opening numbers. So you will be doing a lot of rehearsals, but it's so worth it because the dance that they had us do was by far like the most intricate, but also the most fun that I've done on stage. They make sure everyone's able to showcase their fun personalities. So rehearsals do go a bit long, but I think it's very much worth it for the production in the end because they do live stream these all across Facebook. And as it's the preliminary for an international pageant, a lot of people are tuning in to watch. So they want to make it, entertaining and fun. So they did have a lot of rehearsals, but like I said, they treat us like royalty. So even throughout the week, we went on tours. We got to see the Bean in Chicago. We got to go to this gorgeous fountain and do photo shoots at every stop. So they had traveling photographers. I know Aaron King will be there this year. He's an incredible photographer. He was there shooting us throughout the week. I was there. And my year, at least, there had a Miss Photogenic award, which I was fortunate enough to take home. I was very happy about that. But yeah, so they do photo shoots throughout the week, and they're not judging you, but they're trying to see, who's able to, act comfortable in front of the camera. How do your photos turn out? So that's one thing I loved personally. I think modeling is so fun. So being able to have that many photo shoots was just an amazing opportunity for a pageant. Normally, they're optional competitions you might have to pay for, but this pageant was, no, we want your swimsuit photos, we want your gown photos, we want photos of you in your opening number, we want all of these to be able to promote you afterwards. So the week was filled with different tours, visiting restaurants, fun photo shoots, and just having little bonding activities. So we were able to go for little empanadas and mocktails at this restaurant. They were delicious. They were these little spritzy fruit drinks. So we were able to have those at a restaurant, just really spend time with our sister queens. And of course they had Miss Grand United States there, Paola from 2018 there to answer questions and to mingle with us, to be able to just clarify. They want you to feel comfortable and for you to feel your best. So I think what I loved most was that the week leading up, it was a good balance of rehearsal, but also getting to try new foods, exploring Chicago, bonding with your sister queen. So that way, when you actually go on stage, you're feeling refreshed and charged up. So one thing that I loved was they had hair and makeup teams there. So we just walked into prelims, we got to sit down, get glammed up, get ready. And they really made it a very seamless process. They wanted to make sure there's not, added stress on the contestant saying, okay, when do I have to line up? Is my hair perfect? Is my, makeup ready? Yes, everything is taken care of by the production, by the teams that they have there, because they just want you to be able to go on stage, feel confident, show off your gown, show off the hard work you put into swimsuit. So for me, from point A to point B, another thing that I love about Grand that I think you cannot find at most pageants is they had to stay the night after finals. Most pageants are really quick to kind of wrap it up, but they said, we understand you need time to relax and then you go home the next day. So for me, it was lovely because my year was Miss New Mexico's birthday. So we all went out afterwards for a little bit of cake, being able to celebrate, birthday and pageants. It was just truly an event that was meant to celebrate you as a person, you as a title holder, but also the system. So for me, it was just one of the most organized, planned out weeks. And it was such a good balance of leisure and exploration, but also rehearsals and making sure that you were very well prepared to represent your state on the national stage.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to hear that H&I Productions is very supportive and will provide that environment for you guys. And I'm looking forward to that. So is there any advice that you'd give to us? Something you wish you could do?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So my big thing of advice is making sure just you feel confident and sure in yourself. The biggest thing that I felt with pageantry, sometimes you get those little doubts, especially backstage at the end where you've never seen anyone's gown, you've never seen them in their swimsuit yet. So you might see someone, you're like, that gown is absolutely gorgeous. That this gown blows mine away, but it's you chose your gown for a reason. You feel confident, you feel beautiful, and there's a story behind it. So my big thing is not letting those little kind of last minute doubts get to you when you're backstage, because it does become kind of hustle and bustle. And I think you can either get into that competition mode, really focus on yourself, or you can get distracted. So the thing that I recommend is really trying to focus on yourself and remembering, why did I pick this gown? Why do I feel good in this swimsuit? Why am I the most prepared to go on stage? Because of who I am, not necessarily compared to other people. Another thing that I love during pageants is being kind of like a backstage mom. So a lot of people tend to get a little competitive, but my thing is like, okay, if you need help zipping up your dress, let me zip you up. Backstage in the United States, I was gluing somebody into the top of their dress before we went on for evening gown. I think that can also help you a lot, de-stress is like, let me not treat it as a competition. Like before you go on that national stage, you are as prepared as you will ever be. There's nothing you can do in that 5 minutes that will really, set you over the edge. You're there, you're prepared, you're ready. So making sure that you're in like a nice mindset, I feel like is the most important thing. And whether that can be helping people backstage so you feel happy and cheerful, or focusing on yourself and just saying, let me block things out. However it might be for you, it depends on the person, but just really making sure that, you're fully aware that you're there for a reason. You've done all that you can to prepare, and you just really need to enjoy your time on a national stage representing your state, because it doesn't get any more special than that. So just really appreciating that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, because I feel like you can kind of get caught up in the idea that it is a competition and there are high stress levels, but just taking a second to just really enjoy where you are, what you're doing, and realizing that the work is done, and now just take it in and take it for what it's worth.
Absolutely. My biggest thing is to be present. So one little, funny story was right after nationals, about 2 weeks afterwards, I lost my phone. And unfortunately, during nationals, I ran out of iCloud space. So all the pictures I took, all the videos were gone. There was no way I can get them back. And I was upset for a few days, but then I remember, I still have the memories. I still have photos. I took my sister queens. I got those from them. But, I made me realize we could theoretically lose any electronic at any time. The pictures don't matter because they might not exist. What matters is the memories that you have, being fully present, not letting little things get to you, because, as someone who's competed in pageants for many years, I've also met people that let little things get to them and it'll let them bring them down during pageant week. And I think if you're just able to be very happy, very present, really excited and proud of yourself, no matter what the outcome is, no matter how many pictures you take, no matter what happens, you're still going to have those amazing memories that aren't going to be tainted by any, I woke up a little late, or I didn't win this prelim award. You're going to have just really good, solid memories that just make you proud and happy of that week that you're in Chicago. So, I think if you just make the most out of those moments, it also translates onto the stage, because you're there for a long time before you get on the stage. You're there for 5 long days of rehearsals and traveling, and the judges might be able to tell if you're a little bit worn down or tired. So just really focusing on making sure that you stay prepared, that you stay energized, that you're just really bringing the best self that you've created all this time preparing to that national stage. So not letting anything get to you during pageant week, I think, is the biggest thing, especially for a major national pageant like this, where you're there for such a long time before competing.